Hello, everyone. I'm Mia. Welcome to our grief group. I'm going to be your group facilitator. This is actually the first group that I'm leading, but I've been well trained and prepared for this, and I have a supervisor who's helping ensure that I give you all the best care. So I imagine a lot of y'all are feeling a bit nervous tonight, but I'm going to go over what is happening today to hopefully ease some of those nerves. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about the purpose and the goals of this group. We're going to go over confidentiality, and then we're going to do an introduction activity to get to know each other. And then if we still have some time, we're going to establish some group rules and agreements. So the goals of this group are how to maintain connection with our loved one, and then we're going to discuss what grief is and how to process it. And then we're going to discuss how to continue on without our loved one. So now that we've gone over the goals, I'm going to go over confidentiality. So confidentiality is a law that protects your privacy. I can only release information if you sign a written release form, but there are a couple of exceptions to confidentiality. So those exceptions are if I have reason to believe any child or vulnerable adult is being neglected or abused, I'm ethically required to report that to the proper agency so that social workers can ensure the safety of all of those involved. And then the second exception to confidentiality is if I have reason to believe that you're in danger of harming yourself or others. Again, I am ethically required to take protective action, but just know if that happens, I'll always work with you to discuss what the best plan of action for your safety is. And then the third is if I'm ordered by a judge in a court of law, I will first try to obtain a written release form from you, but if for some reason I'm not able to, I will then just disclose as little information as I need to for that court. So that may have been a lot, but there's actually one more exception to confidentiality, and that is since we are in a group, I cannot guarantee that everybody in this group is going to keep what is said within this group, but I hope that we can work to cultivate a space that we feel safe sharing in. So if everybody can just give a nod and agree that we'll keep what is said in this group within this group. Awesome. I think that's really important to establish some trust so that we feel safe sharing. So now that I've gone over a lot of that important information, I know it may have been a lot. If we have any questions, you can discuss that with me after. But now we're going to do something that is called rounds. So what rounds is I'm going to pose a question and I'm going to go around and have everybody answer, but you do have the right to pass. But just know if you do pass, I will likely come back to you to see if you want that opportunity to answer that question. So the question that I have for you all today is, what is something that you want the group to know about you?
Something that I want y'all to know is that I'm an overthinker and an oversharer.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a really important thing to share in group since we're all going to be discussing our emotions. But thank you for that.
Um, Something that I guess I would like the group to know is that I'm shy, but like once I get comfortable, I tend to yap.
Okay, so it's important for us to create that trust that you feel comfortable sharing. That makes sense. Alrighty, so I'm seeing that we have both sides of the spectrum. We have someone that who tends to talk a lot, and then someone that tends to talk a little bit. But that's good because I think it's good to have both of those to create that cohesion that we all feel comfortable sharing in. So when you were listening to everybody talk, who did you connect with? And I ask that you please speak directly to that person.
Patricia, I really connected with you even though we're on opposite sides because even though I do talk a lot, sometimes when I notice I'm talking a lot or if I just am overthinking things, I tend to get really shy afterwards when I notice it. So I will kind of like be quiet in that way.
Yeah, I also like really resonated with what you were saying about like being an overthinker because I do the same thing. So I really related with you, Gabby.
Awesome. Well, I think that's a really good place to stop. It was really nice meeting you all, and I can't wait to see you all next week.